bit more stuff in it.
Yeah, you're slowly moving in.
Slowly. All right.
Yeah, I am hoping that we are moving out soon.
Oh, yeah?
We're looking, we might put an offer on a house pretty soon.
Oh,
We'll
but
see.
the housing market, bro, it bubble, gonna crash. Wait for your chance.
Dude, I've been waiting for a chance for 5 years.
I know. The pandemic was kind of the best shot with those low interest rates.
Yeah. We almost put an offer on a house right before, like in
Right before.
2019.
You can
Like
always refinance,
2019,
honestly.
we were gonna buy it, like put an offer on a house in Reno. I got scared feet. I also just like wasn't fully participating in like
Uh-huh.
understanding what I was gonna need. So we decided not to, and now that same house is like doubled in price.
Yeah.
It's insane.
See, with them just owning the properties themselves now, I feel like we're less likely for a crash, right? Because the same guys who are gonna get bailed out, can't they just retain their properties and just wait for them to get rented? That's kind of what I think the difference is in this housing bubble. Is last time, the Big Short, you had the strippers owning 5 condos and trying to LARP as a landlord. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
all right, that's unsustainable. They're gonna get fleeced, right? But now that it's just straight up Wall Street and Blackstone, do those guys really get mass foreclosed on? Like, I don't see that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so hard to predict. I'm sure I'm gonna do something like pull the trigger, and then the day after we close, we just
Yeah.
start the biggest mass depression ever. I'm just like, cool. There's all of my DJing and bracky money,
Yep.
all the like everything all these trades I pulled off. It's wild though that like the only reason we could even remotely afford a house is because I was early on farcaster.
That's I
I
mean,
mean, I
and
like,
I really do think we are de-dollarizing by just decentralizing. I think the our elites seem pretty content with, the World Liberty Financial run a stable coin scheme and do this counter parallel faux faux pas market, and that's how you can exit. That's the new techno feudal way of exiting your wealth.
yeah. I mean, everything's just becoming a freaking meme coin right now. Like
I know.
silver and gold
I
pumped
know.
crazy and then just like liquidated.
I know. And
I don't know.
it's the
It's
over
insane.
financialization and leverage. So when a big player wants to seriously leverage, he can just move those markets so much.
Yeah, I mean, everyone just jumps in. My dad, are we live or no?
Oh yeah, we live.
Oh, we're just my dad has been like texting me every single day about silver prices. And it's because he bought me this like silver coin, like an ounce of
Uh-huh.
silver.
Uh-huh.
And he bought that in like October. And he's like, I paid $68 for the coin in October. And now do you know how much your coin is worth? $150.
Oh, snap.
And not that I would ever say it says like Christmas 2025. It's one of those things that like I'll just not get rid of.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, he keeps talking to me about it. He's like, I should have bought more. I'm like, dude, you need to get into the trenches like me.
Yeah. Wait till you see the degenerate gains to be made in crypto land, father.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I like put $5 or $10 into Molt
Oh,
yesterday, and now it's up to like 150. I don't know.
so
It's a
Jomo,
I'm
Jomo,
in this
Jomo. Joy of missing out. Joy of missing out.
yeah,
I don't need it. I
I'm
don't
in
need
this
it.
like feeling that everything is fake and gambling now, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm just
It really is.
until I realize it, it's just sitting in this far. It's just gonna get moved between Clanker and Banker and
Yeah.
all
Bracky.
the other ers. Yeah,
All right. Did you see the cast? You want to pin it real quick?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. We're live. We're live.
We're live and alive. Hey, I'm just happy with my QR coin and my eggs, all right? And now my
Yeah,
beeper. I like checking my
beeper.
beeper messages. Yeah, so you set your inbox rate, right? And so when I'm a messenger, right? I'm creating a message to send out to the beeper guys, right? Depending on whatever your message rate is set at, I as the sender might have different filters. So paying less than like 5 cents a message gets you pretty much everyone. So I have mine set to 4. And then it's like 5 to 25 and then 25 to a dollar, something like that. But I
I
like it.
think I set mine for like 69 cents or something, and no one
That's what
has
I
beat
had.
me.
Exactly. That's what I had mine at. And then when I made our politics one, I was like, you know what? I want to test this out more and like actually receive messages because right now there aren't a lot of messages being sent. So you're not really getting inbound spammed by a ton of stuff to go through. And even if you are going through it, that's like 1 to 4 cents every time you're reading a message. Pretty unique flywheel. Wait,
Yeah,
set your price. I have my price set, mother.
yeah. I just looked and it did the same thing to
Oh,
me.
I'm good. Okay. Oh, and
You
you can
tell.
see some behind the scenes of the stats on that politics one. 50 spent, but I think 50% of it was sent back to me. So I only spent like 25. And then here's the performance. I got mostly good
Nice.
reviews. Oh, hold on. You can see cuz when you read the message it's like good, meh, bad. So that was out of a little over 100 people opening that beeper message. Yeah, just
Nice.
fun stuff, fun stuff. God, I have
Yeah, I
gotten
need to get
so
the.
bad at posting though. My quotient leaderboard score has not been doing too great.
I've been bricking my phone, so like I actually made it 2 days without accessing any social media on my phone, and then unbricked today because I had to do some shit. But like
Yeah.
that has been the game changer for me as we're trying to get people to post more,
I
and
know.
we're just like talking about how we're posting less.
It's
Um,
hard.
how
Hey,
was
we're live. That's more than most these motherfuckers can ever say.
yeah, how was your week since we last talked on Friday of last
Dude,
week?
I just work all at the shop. I had a pretty decent sales day yesterday. I was all alone by myself for 12 hours. I was supposed to have
No.
someone come in towards the last 8. Ugh, gets rough. Oh, Ollie Stewart is here. Always count on this comrades. Gosh, my cat's always got. My wife's not even awake to. Yep, and now you see him
Mm.
showing off, little guy. Uh, trying to think of other stuff. The I'm thinking I might squeeze in. I've been thinking a lot about the government shutdown poly market question and going back and forth regretting my yes vote. Cuz your
Yeah,
voice
I
is
think
in
it.
my ear like, "No, the Democrats are going to capitulate." I'm like, "No, no." And
Oh
now
no,
I'm
they're not gonna.
thinking I might squeeze in and they might just do a weekend shutdown and pass it Monday.
Yeah, it's shutting down.
You think so
I
now?
would be
Yes.
I would be shocked if we didn't shut it down. Yeah, so I guess we can talk about that. So obviously, I think everyone. I mean, unless you're hiding under a rock, um, Alex Preddy was murdered by ICE on Saturday, which I don't know. I think the biggest takeaway for
Dang,
me
that
was
was
just DHS.
Saturday? That felt
That
so
was
much
Saturday. Yeah.
longer ago. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, that was the big breaking news in between our
Wow.
shows. Um, for me, I mean, one, just like that he was de-armed and then he's
Yeah.
dead on the ground and they're still unloading shots on him is just like mind blowing. But
Insanity.
outside of that, like the thing that stood out the most to me is just DHS being like, he was going to come and do maximum damage against our ICE officers. And that the fact that they are just lying to our faces,
And
like
they
we
don't have to
don't
back it
even
up with anything else. They can just make an assertion and then provide zero evidence, not even the lies, the deception of, oh, we have this evidence that will be releasing blah, some kind of narrative. No, 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 this is an assertion that if you are filming our officers, if you impede, which they really love loosely using the word impede operations and assault, those have become their two favorite words to hammer down, and they provide no evidence, no justification for why they think Alex Preddy or Renee Good are impeding or assaulting officers. They just, it's assumed that you agree with what they're asserting. And if you don't, well, then let's let the courts decide. And really, we don't know what's going to go to court. We don't know how long court proceedings will take. And that's the cover that they get to operate under, is do as much damage, and then given enough time and enough pushback, then we retreat. Now Bavino out, Ho-Man in. Oh, everything's going to be so different. And yeah, I think they go back to, cuz I think a lot about what's happening in my state of Texas, how we've got the most migrants they want to come after us, California and Florida, I think. And business is just happening as usual. They're going into courts. They're doing these more outside the periphery, not so media viral heavy, which I think was more it speaks to the intentions beyond the ostensible reasons that they give, which is, oh, we're going after criminal, violent, illegal immigrants. Well, Minnesota doesn't exactly have that. And you had the on top of the Somali fraud investigations ostensibly being a reason you come in, even though 90% of that Somali population is American naturalized citizens, 60% being second generation naturally born citizens. So you really couldn't be using ICE to be going after those people. They're not fraud investigators. So what is it? It's Tim Walz's state. It's a blue mayor. It's a defiant city. It's one of these sanctuary cities. And I think the message is more what they want to deliver. And you can easily deliver that when you have these untrained 47-day online course taking motherfuckers rolling in. They're sketchy, they're sus as hell, they're trigger happy. And those are the perfect kind of thugs you want to send in to deliver that message that if you mess with Trump, if you disagree with us, we will do whatever we can to disrupt and violently incur a lot of force on your state, on your area, on your people.
yeah, I mean, I agree with that assessment. I think the I mean, even like 3 days ago or this past week, Pam Bondi came out and said, "Oh, we'll leave if you give us your
Yeah.
Minnesota voter rolls." Like, there's so many things that
Yeah.
just show that this is above and beyond
And then they raid
just
Georgia
ICE
and
operations. Yeah.
absolutely take the original files. So the all of this is interconnected. They do not see ICE officers, border patrol officers, any of those guys as solely what their job description is. They are pushing the boundaries of what these people can do and how they will effectively be used.
Yeah, and so I think going back to this question of the shutdown, so obviously the murder happened, the shooting happened, and I think rightfully so. There was backlash, just not on the left, but it really seems like moderates got upset, even uh, the right, a lot of conservatives got upset because I think it was just such a obvious shut and close case
Yeah.
of you could see that he was unarmed. Like
Well, even
it was a
beyond
bad like
that, the Second Amendment arguments, like,
yeah,
how are they backtracking so hard on this? And every other shoot, you have the Daily Show and the Democrats just dunking on their rhetoric, how it's completely flip-flopped, that now guns are the problem. Are they? Oh, so you can't exercise your right. And you have these Republicans backpedaling, going, well, that was an irresponsible, unsafe situation. I would do better. I would have known, as a concealed carry license holder myself. I don't bring my gun to the protest. That was, I think, one of the Republican lawmakers of Minnesota at the CNN town hall meeting. I'm like, dude, what a fake friend. Like, what? That just goes to show where your principles really lie. And the ones who do believe in that Second Amendment carry, they are flipping on ice. And it has taken two white people to get murdered for us to really start paying attention, when many victims of ICE and DHS have been mostly behind closed doors, mostly in the detention facilities, mostly due to neglect, not giving medical treatment, not not giving them any food or water, just horrendous conditions that are worse than even our prisoners are subjected to. So these are people that, at bare minimum, are guilty of a paperwork violation, are being sent to these warehouses to be housed in cages with tinfoil blankets and hardly any food rations, no medical provisions. And that is what we're supposed to be okay with. And now that two white people protesting that have been shot, now it seems we can get serious about this. Now, the $170 billion that ICE was already given, maybe we can consider clawing that back. But at least with this shutdown, we can stop more funds being dedicated towards that, because we know the more money there is, the more activity, the more law enforcement can engage in these kinds of activities. The more money there is, the more that will happen.
yeah. I mean, the other people are criminals.
Yeah.
Why do we care about
Yeah.
whether or not the punishment fits the crime? Um,
Whether they have
so
even committed a crime, because we're violating due process left and right here. These people are getting mostly abducted from their court hearings. That is the thing that we just need to remind ourselves. This is before 2005 even came, or I guess this is right as 2005 came around. This insane stuff, not just the Home Depot parking lot pickups, right? Not just which I'm hearing now that Trump was quite offended that apparently it was Stephen Miller who greenlighted the Hyundai facility raid, and that offended Trump because that was one of his landmark deals with South Korea, was to bring over a bunch of training so that he could get a facility going. And it seems Miller has really thrown a wrench in that whole productivity.
yeah, and I think some of the things that I try to expose myself to kind of conservative media and what they are saying about these shootings as well. And I've listened to Ben Shapiro, I listened to a few other people, and their big pushback is like, are these protests happening? Like, why are they happening, and who's benefiting from the protesting? I just kind of sent you a DC of like a cast that I put up if we
Hmm.
can pull that up. Um, but like obviously people are organizing to stop these protests, and the conservative side of the argument is like, why is Waltz? Why is Keith Ellison? Why is the mayor of Minneapolis, like, why are they encouraging all of this organizing? Why are they encouraging all of these protests? And the argument that they have been making is that they're encouraging it because people dying, so Alex Preddy dying or anyone else dying by the hands of ICE, is going to generate and increase kind of the issue, which then drives votes. So I keep seeing that like that is the discussion that I keep hearing from kind of listening to conservative
Mhm.
media. My big issue with this is that like I think it just lacks a recognition that one, people are going to organize by themselves. They would do it if political people aren't engaged. But obviously, on both sides, like all of this amplification is to drive momentum and drive votes on their own side. And they're probably right that Democrats are seeing that this is a good move for them is a pushback against ICE. They're seeing that ICE has kind of overstepped what their original like assignment was. And I think that's why we're gonna like we're seeing the shutdown. Like they are the Senate Democrats have seen that this is politically popular. They're able to. I mean, it's crazy how timing was that this happened just a week before
Yeah.
the actual shutdown. But they just made an agreement. I believe the vote is going to happen like today. If it didn't happen last night, that they're going to be passing the budgets except for DHS. I think they're doing a continuing resolution for like 2 weeks
Yeah.
for the DHS funding, but the House is out. And
Mm.
there's no way that the House is coming back into town to take a vote on a
No.
Saturday or a Sunday. And this question ends tomorrow. So unless you think the House members are going to be working on the weekends, there's going to be like some type of shutdown,
Yes.
is what I'm thinking. Um,
Yes. What am
Whoever's
I at?
watching,
Yeah, yes is under.
yeah, yes, it's still under. I don't. We just need more participation in these because this is not reflective
What's the poly
at all.
market?
Poly market's probably 80%, if not 90%.
That's what I love
87%
about our
chance.
little 86. Damn.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, the other days, I mean, I was getting lots of TikToks on these odds, and I think it was pretty split until, yeah, I guess a couple, like a day or two ago.
Yeah, and I think the question that we'll probably add later is what is going to be decided, what will come to the final agreement with DHS funding. The issue that I see as a big hangup is that Speaker Johnson's not going to have enough Republican votes to push forward a significant change to how ICE is operating. And a lot of Republican members are coming out that they want to see if there's going to be any change at ICE, that they also want to see like a change in the law regarding sanctuary cities,
Hmm.
which I think could be a good compromise. I would love to get your thoughts on
If we get the
sanctuary
compromises
cities.
like masks off, body cams on, and due process respected, like you need to or no more administrative warrants, you have to get judicial warrants. Okay, those three, we start with those, then we can start with sanctuary cities, because no way do you start working with ICE in any larger capacity until they stop the terrorizing that they're already doing. So I think that helps. That seems to be the Democrat popular line, is those three demands. I would be floored with oh, and also I would love, but I think this is never going to happen. Those three I think are possible. The last two, no more interior missions, no more ICE and border patrol doing missions in the interior. They go back to the border. No way do I think that happens. They're
Yeah,
too good a political tool for Trump to drop that while he's in the next 2 years. No way.
yeah. I mean, it feels like the Dems should be losing. Like it almost is that you get those changes just because ICE went so crazy that you're just trying to step back, and then if you would lose sanctuary city, like the ability to create a sanctuary city, that does seem like a little bit too much. Um, but I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out. We'll do another polycast question on this and kind of see
Yeah.
exactly what the
I was
result
thinking
will be.
I was thinking about those for polycast questions, and then maybe have you been hearing about the Screen Act bill?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, big on it's the UK just passed their online safety act thing, and now they've got to submit IDs and facial recognition all the time, so this is the American version. Fresh out of Utah, of course, as all of our favorite internet censorship bills come. Thanks, Mormons. Great job.
Yeah, we're just going to be, I mean, ever since 2001 in the Patriot Act, we I don't know, whenever there's these big crises sees, we just are always willing to be like, you can take whatever rights we want, just make us feel a little bit safer.
Yeah. We got some arguments going on in the chat. Keep it lively, fellas. We love to see it. We love to hear it. We don't reject anybody. We are the nonpartisan network. So fight it out in our chats. We won't take sides. I will just fuel the flames. We need some more right wingers on the leaderboards, but they don't. Not too many of them like casting in the same kind of intellectual fact based manner that our lefties do. They kind of like just being agitative and reactionary. Ugh, inflammatory. That's what I was going for. They really just like casting inflammatory things, and it's like, dude, we ain't really about that around here. If you want to make a good point, we're willing to listen.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right, some of the
I think the
new.
point
Oh,
behind ICE that is a good like conservative point is like we do need borders. We do need to restrain like this I think we need borders at this moment. Like that's just the reality of the situation. We did have like I would prefer for Congress to actually do the thing that Congress used to do, which is make laws that address problems so that you can have a pathway to citizenship for dreamers. You can have a pathway to citizenship for people who have been here doing jobs that
yeah,
American corporations and businesses are hiring them to do and paying them
yeah,
to do, and they don't get in any trouble. Like, I
yeah,
would love for us to have all of that and not just deal with our immigration in this executive order bullshit
yeah,
that I think the issue, and this kind of goes back to like who is benefiting, but the reason, in my opinion, of why we don't address our immigration problem is because it's every 2 years you can just run on immigration and you can just say this is such a big problem. The left can run and say we need to fix it in X, Y, and Z, and then they won't do it when they get in office. And then the Republicans will say, well, we just need to deport everyone. I mean, they're actually doing it more this time, but
yeah. They've definitely
ideally,
ramped it up this time. I mean,
yeah,
not even numbers wise though. That's what I think is kind of breaking my brain is how can you go so hardcore? How can you be so loud and proud about this? And everyone is so much angrier, right? The rage levels are so much higher. But you ain't even doing Biden numbers? You ain't even putting up Obama type scores? Like you have all these quotas. You give them free reign to go to, and the incompetency is still there. You can't even achieve the goal you set out for. Because I would have thought that you would continue the operations as you normally did under Biden and Obama. And then these operations that Trump is doing would add on top of those numbers. In my rational calculus, he would be deporting more people. But And maybe that says something about the data being incorrect, but as far as what I've seen, he is not even deported. And that's one of the criticisms that, I hear from my alt-right pipelines that I try to tune into, is the Nick Fuenteses of the world are actually upset that Trump isn't deporting the million, 2 million that he promised. It's more in that what we're used to range of deportations, but it's happening in such a more viral manner. It's being used to infuriate, to make these inflammatory posts and videos, but there's nothing backing it up.
Yeah, I mean, I do, and I would have to look this up for it's don't well, go fact check me on this, and if I'm incorrect, put in the replies. But from my understanding, that there is a definitional change in deportations between Biden, Obama, and Trump. So, like what Obama and Biden were doing as like deportations
At
was
mostly
just
at the
counting.
border, mostly catch
Yeah,
and release. Whereas this is, I guess it goes to show how difficult and arduous and expensive interior operations are. You just don't get the numbers you want, and it takes so many more agents. It causes so much more trouble, and it bogs you down in the operations you're trying to conduct. Versus if you just caught and release and like you normally did, or had them wait behind the border like before pandemic, that seems to be, yeah. Anyway, my
you know,
conspiracy with
and
how much funding all of this is getting, because I don't think the border is a $170 billion issue. That I hope all of us Americans can agree. It does not need to be in the top 10 of military budgets in the world. There just is not that much of an issue that we need to be paying that much for it. Now, where my conspiracy brain goes is, okay, what would warrant, even in the elite's mind, 100 one, you're making profit. That's kind of obvious. But do they see something on the horizon that will warrant all this level of detention facilities? Because that's what I think this mostly is. They aren't recruiting that many more officers. They're having a very difficult time of that, and that's reflective in the quality of trainees they're getting. So you can't really ramp up like you're wanting to, but you definitely can grow detention facilities. And I think that loops into the climate crisis on the horizon. That could warrant a lot more international migration, especially towards the West, especially towards these places that might be more climate resistant. And especially given the world's population, 80% of them are border some kind of coastal water line. So as sea levels continue to rise as they are, it reaches this apex point that maybe that's when we start to see just hordes and hordes of people. And that's when they go, see, we were ready. We knew this was coming. We didn't want to prepare for it in any appropriate manner. We just wanted to shore up our walls and make sure we had a bunch of agents to send them back to wherever we want them to go. But because of the climate crisis we're causing, boom, we profit off the solution, which is keeping people out and making them feel safer for doing so.
yeah, I mean, I think it's right to question why and how we're going to sustain the need for that funding, because we
Yeah.
know it's not going to go away. And
Yeah.
once,
Yeah. Even under a Democrat administration, they're going to have core group and geo group lobbyists in their ear going, hey, just give us a little bit of funding. You don't have to be like the Republicans, but come on, just, don't defund us, don't abolish us. And it's hard to say no to that money, especially when that money talks to you every weekend at the golf club and at
yeah,
dinners and blah, blah, blah.
yeah, and it's local jobs. Like you,
Mm-hmm.
that's always the argument that gets
Yeah.
made. Is like we can't close this detention center because you have 80 constituents in your rural district
Yeah.
that they're voting, and you are going to cause the shutdown of your city
Right.
because
You're gonna lose this
this is
much
the
tax revenue. You're gonna, yeah,
and that just be I mean, regardless if it's a good issue or if it's a bad issue, like that is what talks.
right.
It's I can't disappoint my constituents. I need to return X value back to them, which is good that you have a representative looking out for your district. But like, I think a lot of times we need people to think in a larger picture of like,
Yeah,
yes, this type of like these jobs are needed. But what if you just completely transformed what we're spending the money on to provide like value to the community and not extort the most marginalized communities?
yeah.
Going back really quickly to the like deportation numbers, there
Mm,
is estimates of like 1.9 million
mhm.
illegal or not illegal aliens, but
Undocumented
that's what
immigrants.
that
Yep.
says. Undocumented individuals self-deported, and that is
Hmm.
the main goal. Is
Yeah.
that they're able to show this is what's going to do. But this is what's going to happen to you if you stay with your country. Like stay
Right.
in this country. Your worst case scenario, like here's all the videos of it. You're going to get separated from your family. You're going to get taken. We're not going to tell your loved ones that we
Yeah.
took you. They're just going to look for you for 5 days. You're going to
Months.
get deported to, yeah, months. You're going to get deported somewhere else. And it's going to take so much time and resources for you to get back together with your family. You might as well just leave. And they're being very successful in that. Like I hate to say it, but sometimes, yeah, that playbook is working. People are
Okay.
self-deporting,
So maybe those are the
which,
numbers I'm not including in what I was talking about. I can agree with that.
yeah, I
And
mean, I
those are
think both of
people
us,
of means that are self-deporting. So let's just wait to see how that affects the GDP when the AI bubble bursts, you know? Like good luck replacing all those jobs as immediately as you want to. Like those are valuable workers. I'm sorry. America has only benefited from the brain drain of the world around it. Right? These undocumented, these illegals, they are coming here and taking advantage of good opportunities that we want people taking advantage of, right? This is all positive economic production that, nope, because they are a little bit different hue of skin, because they maybe practice a different culture, they are not heritage Americans, and it is better that we suffer with a heritage American doing the job instead of the person who most merits it.
yeah, and I think we continue to harp on this, but
Yeah.
the people who are benefiting
Yeah.
are not the ones who are getting in trouble, and they're
Right.
not the ones that are getting fines. Like
Right.
H-1B visas are,
Right.
I'm very supportive of them, but they're being used to undercut the wages of Americans because you can just bring someone else in, you're controlling pretty much their immigration status, and if you want to pay them a little bit less, you can because of just like that power dynamic. And I hope that we can get to this place where there is so much pushback of okay, we do need to fix our immigration crisis. We need to fix immigration overall. It's been broken, and we've kind of discussed why we think it's been broken. But here are some things how we can fix it. And I hope the first thing, which it will not be in the end, will be going after those bad actors who
Right.
are like
Those
people aren't
corporate
coming here if there's not a
benefactors.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not hiring someone, if someone's not trying to suppress the wages of Americans, then there won't be a need. But because there is, while they're making record profits, that is, in my opinion, that's a change that we need to go after.
Agree. Well, let's talk
So
about some of these new
yeah,
polycast prediction market questions, some fun ones. Will an IndyCar race take place in Washington, D.C. by December 31st? So, this was a question you talked about adding last week. What makes you excited about this? And what are you thinking of voting for? We got zero volume on both sides.
Zero volume. Well, I just saw that Trump orders up a Indy car race. He just signed a executive order today
Ooh.
instructing his administration to launch the race in late August with the DC mayor Bowser, who said she is thrilled. Uh, it still needs congressional approval, but it definitely should not be 50-50 50-50 odds.
It definitely should not be 50. I think this one's a yes for sure. I'm going in. Okay, what did we? Okay,
Going,
we increased it to 1, 2, 3. Is it a million? Yeah, I
I
think that's
can't
a
sell it.
million.
Something like that.
I'm gonna refresh too. I connected. Yeah. I'll do 10,000. Bada bing. This is what we do live. Okay. Ignore all.
And if you have questions, if you're watching, send them. We need to add more questions. We need more volume. And we are looking for things that you might not be able to find on Polymarket or CalSheet right now.
Oh, what? 16 cents in gas. Sir, sir, he loves my mouse. It's so ironic that my cat loves my mouse, but he does. He stares right at it and got no one.
Next one. Will Donald Trump publicly appear wearing a military uniform by July 31st, 2026?
You know that Dan Bavino picture? That is what I was trying to describe last week. Dan Bavino trench coat. That's what I want. This is what I'm picturing Trump to come out with, but like he obviously he needs all the like badges and medals just all
Yeah.
around that. So I think the underneath will be a little bit more, but I bet this trench coat is for sure what he's going to go with. Oh man, it's beautiful. And he's
I, this
finally
is
gone. He's going to be
this
retired.
feels like a coin flip to me.
Really?
I I could see him doing it, wearing his like Nobel Peace Prize as a
Mm.
badge and like a few other a few other things.
And then just those
Um,
those blocks of things that I don't know what they ever mean. They mean something like to your general status or whatever. But he's a president. He can just load that bitch up with all the colors.
yeah. That
Oh.
one had some volume. Was no. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then next one, will the World Health Organization officially declare a public health emergency of an international concern due to a novel pathogen outbreak before July 22nd, 2026? Um, looks like the volume here is no. I was told so. The person who asked for this question, his name was Sean, sent him some politics to bet on this token. I think he probably took no because he thinks that the actual declaration would take a while before this would happen.
True.
Um, so
Yeah,
maybe
this is
we're
a pretty
feeling a
early one.
pandemic before then, and then we get a declaration the next year. So we'll add another question to make this a
Yeah.
little bit longer. But take a no bet. And I mean, we preload this with politics, so you're at least
Yeah.
like
Even if there's zero
winging what we
volume,
said as a
there will
pot.
be
Yeah,
something there. Yeah. All right. And we we have your really fun
it's a super
acronym
long
to
question. I think this is going to resolve. Probably no.
Yeah.
Um, failed to receive. Yeah, this was will be. I haven't heard anything on my level. We'll see.
Mhm. And I mean that's par
But
for the
it does seem
course
like the
of
judicial freezes have
yeah.
helped and are working. I mean, you say that
Mhm.
say that Trump can't do something, and then they. I mean, he can't pause it at this moment.
Mhm. Then we got our favorite Clarity Act. Still feeling
I
like
haven't
this
heard.
one's a. You were saying it was a no last week, I believe.
That's what it seemed like it was leaning towards. It still feels like a 50. Yeah, Poly market
Yeah.
has a 57% chance
Mm.
as passing in 2026. So
Oh, really? They're
you want
yes.
to, yeah,
Okay. So we got a little bit better odds than that. All right. And then I was thinking, check out some of these
yeah. So we'll
top.
add a few more. The other thing that I want to make sure that we uplift is that we did post the pics or it didn't happen bounty, which is live. We're gonna select the winner next week, next Friday. It is the simplest bounty. Like
Yeah.
I would do it, but just all you have to do is go to a government building. Like don't film the inside of it. Like don't
Yeah.
make it seem like we're trying to like do some type of attack on a government building. That's not what we're trying to do. Just like film outside. You don't even have to dox yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but just show us the government building, tell us what it is, and say that you are posting it because of
Pixar, it didn't
politics,
happen.
the Politics
Politics.
Network. I believe you have to post the video and then tag it and like you don't
Yeah.
upload it there. You just put it in.
You
It
can
seems like we
upload the
have
link.
yeah. So we have two. We're just gonna select whoever did this.
Do
I'm
they
sure
have
you
the.
can drive around and you're gonna hit. You'll find a government building where there's
Yeah.
some type of political action happens.
Yeah, we need something with a video URL so I can check those out.
You know,
And we still got
and
the
we'll be
join link.
adding more. So this is just the first one, and I'll promote it more this next week to hopefully we
Bet,
can get some more submissions.
bet. I'll submit one. Show them how it's done correctly. All right. And then some top casts. I saw Nounish Prof taking a little bit of attention to us. She's not normally the political caster, but we love to see her. Yeah, this ice stuff has really gotten a lot of people invigorated, activated. No matter who you voted for, yeah, she's basically saying all the stuff going down in Minneapolis. 3 murders? Who is she? Oh, two. Yeah. Oh yeah, and she was doing yeah, that's right. And then I commented about the poly act, which little bit of alpha for you chatters in there. We got another little mini app on the horizon. Java Boo's been vibe coding.
Vibe coding.
Vibe
Yeah,
coding.
let's talk about some. I I think Nounish Prof is like posting exactly what we're seeing everyone else post. Like if
Mm,
you I think you could have voted for Trump, and I was told that we should try to bring more of a conservative voice to this show and not be so left leaning. But I'm s- I struggle so much with that, with like what's going on with the ICE, how ICE is operating, and I understand if you voted for Trump and you didn't know what he was going to be doing. And you thought he was going to pump your bags, or
right.
you were concerned about inflation, you were concerned. Like I do not think that if you voted for Trump, you're a terrible person. I know a lot like that might not be in agreement with everyone that that people think like you should have known, but I think people vote on their based on their paychecks and their bank
Hmm.
accounts and how they're surviving economically. And at the moment, before the election, Biden was not doing anything really to change how the economy was working for individuals. Trump was saying that he was going to.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, I don't know how credible his claims are when he always has just
Yeah.
concepts of a plan. But
Yeah.
if you voted for him, fine. Like, I don't care. Like, that's not the biggest thing. There's tons of people that don't even vote. I think voting for
Yeah.
someone is better than not voting. But now that you are seeing what he's doing and you're seeing how ICE is operating, you like voting is just the first step. You can vote and you shouldn't step away and stop being engaged. You can vote and then be like, "Oh shit, I don't like how they're operating. I don't like how DHS is just lying to us about their interactions with American citizens. I want to see change." And you can do that. Like reach out to your Republican senators, reach out to your Democrat senators and just urge them what change you want to see. And we will preview Polyact and kind of show you what I've been building. But yeah, I fully agree. Like this is the time to advocate, to reach out, and we're already seeing the impact of that. Like the reason our senators on the Democrat side are holding up and potentially doing a shutdown is because they felt empowered and felt like the American people would give them the backing to do that. In October last year, they didn't feel that ICE was the biggest issue
Right.
because there wasn't all this pushback. Um, so it just shows like I think a lot of times I've come off as being very negative that we can't affect change. And it is hard to affect change, but if we're all working and uplifting our voices collectively on one issue, that is enough for us to make some change.
Totally agree. All right. What else we got going on in the world popular this week since last we did the episode? From Perp, you're telling me the county that droned Pakistan, destroyed Afghanistan, sanctioned Cuba, bombed Japan, committed a genocide in Gaza, killed 1 million people in Iraq, and obliterated Libya is going to liberate your people? The cognitive dissonance is unreal. Is this still about the Venezuela stuff?
I think it's about Iran.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They did have that last week, huh?
Yeah, and it does seem like I think
Yeah,
we
we
should
had
shy
that
away from
we had
having
that question
questions
resolved too. Will there
about
be a
war and
yeah.
about like will people
Yeah.
die in like mass. Um, but I think I see us having a strike on Iran pretty soon because we care so much about their people
So much.
and we need to. How dare the government kill protesters in the
Yeah.
street?
Could you
We need to
imagine
sign.
that?
Yeah, yeah, we need to stand up for them. Um,
Yeah, that was man, during the Minneapolis stuff, you had Republicans out the other side of their mouth going, "Oh, it is how horrendous that Iran that they would be clamping down on protesters and violently who would do such a thing? Hey, hey, Minnesota, get back in the house. It's too cold for you out here. Let me do my operations."
yeah. Um, the interesting thing is that like you just can go through that list and then you can compare that list to the people who are immigrating
Yeah.
to the United States because we've just completely decimated their country. Um,
100%.
no.
Got a bunch more from you. We went through this one already. Ooh, Ollie Stewart, he's in the chat too. Oh, beautiful. We sure owned the libs, didn't we? Man, this brings me back to the how Alex Jones has been sounding the alarm on this exact situation. The panopticon, the Big Brother state, I don't think he said I think he did say DHS, but I don't think he said it would be Border Patrol and ICE. But he was definitely saying Department of Homeland Security would be rounding people up off the streets, black bagging people, sending them into camps. And here we are. And who's defending the regime? The Alex Jones, the Joe Rogans, all those people. And it's like I thought you guys would get this one. I thought for as many years as you theorized and conspiracized about it that maybe it would click for you, but nope. As long as they told you it was to own the libs, as long as we were doing it to be anti woke, oh yeah, we get Palantir and Flock and all of those can have unlimited surveillance and violence to perpetuate. But oh, it's Big Daddy Trump. It's super based. The cognitive dissonance. I can't fathom how much it's dissonating.
Yeah. My only pushback is Democrats will also
Oh
gladly
yeah.
vote for the monitoring of our people. And one of my concerns, and I know some people have brought this up, but the pendulum swings back so far. And during COVID times, I really thought the Biden administration was going too far of limiting the voices of individuals and how like really a lot of the policies that they did with COVID. And Democrats were completely fine with that. And now we're seeing it swing back that liberals are being targeted, that the left is being targeted, and Republicans are fine with it. And it's whoever's just like in power, then you're fine with giving up your rights. And
Yep.
I think, regardless of who is doing it, if they are taking rights away from us, we should be opposing them. And if
Yeah.
they're doing more surveillance, like we are just going to get more and more surveyed as Americans. Facial recognition is just getting better and better. Where, yeah, all the dystopian books that I've read in the past are
I know.
becoming completely true.
Yeah. We got to get a question up for that here. I'm going to look it up. The Screen Act. The Screen Act. I was just watching a video on it. The Screen Act 2025. Yeah, Bill requiring cert. Yeah, dude. And the other thing I didn't know about these ID and facial recognition stuff is this is going to further shitify the Web 2 internet. So as difficult as it was for you to make your own platform or develop your own app and reach any sort of notoriety or network effect, right, without huge amounts of VC funding, right? And search engine optimization, right? Lots of insider manipulation. As difficult as that was already, now if you're just a small business, niche internet provider of some sort of website content, now I didn't know this. It costs between 50 cents to a dollar per user that you have to run their either driver's license through or facial recognition, whatever tool you use that becomes the legal standard. Say bye bye to so many small websites, especially, and content damaging to minors. Do you know how broad and vague and general a definition that is going to be, and how many websites? And now this is what makes it worse is you have these laws that might get enacted in one state like Utah, but then all it takes is I'm a small business doing, LGBTQIA education on my website, and I'm a platform that, maybe they post like a forum, right? And I only service a couple hundred to a couple thousand people, right? And I'm based in New York. Well, if a mother and discovers her son in Utah going onto this website, well, I can still bring up a lawsuit against you and get fines of up to $100,000, which I'll just close up shop. I'll just shut down the website and capitulate if I don't do so beforehand, right? So a lot of this stuff is just going to have a huge chilling effect on the internet. And so I'm curious how us as crypto people, because we're in a little bit different of a space than we used to be. We used to be gung ho, Wild West, libertarian and narco capitalists, all about the black market agorism, fighting the state, all of that. But now you have stuff like the Clarity Act. You have stuff like Coinbase and all these VCs. Does Web3 remain true to the decentralized ethos? Do we remain, nation agnostic to their laws and try to uphold decentralized autonomy and, data sovereignty and true ownership? Like, will those values hold up? Does Nanar uphold that for Farcaster? Does it uphold for Farcaster the protocol and they capitulate as Farcaster the app? These are all kind of interesting questions that I think are really relevant, especially to our sphere, because we don't accept any sort of censorship like that. We all this stuff coming down, and I'm curious how what Farcaster has said in regards to what's already happened in the UK. I'm curious if there's any British chatters out there or any chatters watching the stream. If you know anybody in the British Isles in England, then let us know. What is Farcaster like? Do you have to use a VPN? I hear they're trying to ban even using stuff like that. Just crazy wild, and but this is what I saw as coming up on the horizon as the future prospects of the internet. Tighter controls, more censorship, more autocracy, more techno feudalism, right? Will we capitulate? Will we just be another, fiefdom on the internet? Or does crypto and blockchain really stay true to that ethos and fight back and create the dark forest reserves outside of their control?
Yeah, we should get Thought Crime
Mm,
on here, even though he won't dox himself. We won't be
yeah.
able to see his video, but I know he's very passionate about privacy, and
Yeah, that'd be a
I
good
don't think he
one.
has any ID. He doesn't pay taxes, anything like that. So we should definitely have him on. Who knows? I have no idea who he actually is. Um, I think he keeps signing on whenever we do a call as like Robert Paulson or something like that. Um, but yeah, I would love. I'll reach out and see if he can talk about his thinking and how we can take action to make sure that we
Sweet.
still have privacy in this new world we're going to be living in.
Yeah. And anyone else in chat, if you want to be a guest on Politics Show, just tag us in the channel, tell us a little bit about what you want to talk about. Or if you got guests that you want to see, tag them, show them our show, shout us out. We'll definitely engage with all that. All right. Well, we hit right around the hour mark. Are anything else you wanted to close off the show with?
Um, just because I've been seeing this on, you can go back to that
Mm-hmm.
cast,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if you saw, but like I think Siang Ang has like they changed Alex Preddy's face in the pictures that they were posting to make him look more handsome.
CNN?
And I think it was Siang Yang, and like I and we talked about last week how the Trump administration used AI to make the protester who went into the church, like they arrested her and made
Mm-hmm.
changed her face to be crying. I don't know how we can start like making sure that we can only get verified photos. But one is so stupid. If you are a news agency and
Yeah.
you are tinting or like augmenting photos of actual people, like you are just one, people will realize
Yeah.
and sell you out. But two, like you are just fully hurting your cause.
Yeah.
Like why? I mean, the Trump administration or CNN, like why would you even give the
Destroying your
other
reputation.
side the
Yeah.
opportunity to be like, oh look, this isn't the same person. And then I'm like now seeing all these conspiracy theorists come out, their theories come out that Alex Preddy is actually this person from Israel and it was like a deep fake, all because they just like did this like bullshit of changing what he looked like. So I don't know. That's just my last rant. But I think we can close. Can we show every? Can you bring up Polyact and maybe you can like
Oh,
write your senators or whoever about the
let me
Screen
pull it up.
Act and we can see if it works.
Let's see. Let's see.
There's some
Let's see.
edits that I definitely need to make before we make it fully live. But yeah, see if you can pull it up.
Ooh, y'all are getting the sneak preview. Find your officials. Choose email or phone. Oh, we got both. AI writes your message. Send it. Ha ha
So if you
ha.
don't want to dox your address, go by
Just
state.
go state. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You actually have to drop it down. Oh, there you go. I don't know why I couldn't see it.
Senators. Dan Crenshaw, I think, is my guy.
Okay, and then go to continue.
Doc's my full name. I don't give a Screen Act? Yeah, let's go that.
And then just to say like I want to oppose it for privacy
To
concerns or
oppose
whatever.
privacy concerns. Your personal why optional. This
Yeah,
affects
so
me.
the reason why you want the personal
Mm,
why is people like lawmakers like stories. They like to
mm,
actually know what the constituents are saying.
mm.
And it's going to help AI make it a little bit more personable.
Destroy my online business and access to consumers. Boom. Oh, I'm so excited. It's a pretty easy vibe code concept, though. Like, not a lot of difficult things going on here.
No. Okay. So the cool thing, you won't see it here, but it is going to tailor your message based off of their voting history. And if they've taken any actual like positions in the past, plus we'll tailor it to be written in either the Republican or either like a left leaning or right leaning voice, depending on who you're messaging. So if you want to pull it up, so just from like the
Yeah.
5 words you wrote,
Oh, dang. Okay. This is awesome because I was thinking about it. Like, if we got to a network effect with our channel and with the show, I was like, man, we could be spamming all these people, but then low effort, no one will pay attention. This actually makes it really high value. Oh, no, not no. So they all have a to cruise. Yep. Wow, and I think it even guessed what the Screen Act was.
yeah, it should search what you're actually talking about.
This is okay. Yeah, this is legit. This is legit.
And then so it's gonna they're all gonna be a little bit different for all three of
Yeah.
those, at least what we're building so far.
Yo, and I just found out one of our chatters, Space Horse, is actually rather mercurial, and he loves the vibe coding stuff. So, dude, this is legit.
And then to send the email,
Uh
it
huh.
will pop out into your own email browser.
Got you. Oh, I don't think that worked.
Yeah, don't ask that. Hopefully
Yeah.
it works. I need you to test it out. Um, and then you send the emails and you get done, and that's the entire process. The things that we
Ah.
are gonna have to update on this in the future. One, right now we're sending it to actual staffers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see for Senator Corn, your message is sent to Bryson, who's a legislative correspondent. That actually isn't the best practice.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of these reps has their own form that eventually
Mm.
we need to go through.
Gotcha.
But at the moment, I don't think we're going to be sending like thousands of emails or
Right.
even more than like 5 to each person. So
Yeah.
we're just going this route to get it out and open.
Dang. And we'll definitely be paying some politics token for doing this, y'all. So yeah, I'll come back and make sure this works.
Yeah, and then on the other side, you'll be able to, if you go back,
Back to
I'm going to show
edit.
you this. Yeah, go back, or actually go back to where you can just reload it to where it can be a phone call.
Okay.
Um, we're going to be having it that it actually generates your own
Oh, little script for you.
script as well.
Hell yeah. And then we can even do a Pixar it didn't happen, like, oh, record the phone call or upload it to this and give us the cast link, whatever.
Yeah, so it's going to give you the entire script. That is
This
actually
work?
fully live. I don't know if it actually works. Don't share it with Farcaster yet. There's so many things that get built out. Um, but that's what we're going like slowly building, and I think it really speaks to what you and I are trying to build. Of like, we're not going to prescribe what you're reaching out for.
Right.
We aren't. We're not capturing your data, or at least I'm like trying not to capture your data. I'm vibe coding this, so like I'm hoping I
We
don't
wouldn't
completely
know
fuck
how to capture it.
something
Let's
up.
be real. I don't know where it is. We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. But we're this is one of the pieces that I have found that people struggle with reaching out to their elected officials because they just don't know what to say,
Yeah.
and they feel stupid in that process. They don't know what to write, they don't know what to say when they're calling them. So this ideally can be used for us to take this like step, that one initial burden away, and one initial concern away from others, so that you can just reach out to your representative.
Yeah.
Um, and you can just put like two words in,
Let's see what it looks
and
like.
I tried to make it in a way that like it is pretty simple. It's best if you put your full name. It's best if you put your full address. If you don't want that to be captured in any way, just put that in afterwards when you send it to your elected officials. But I'm hoping that this gets finalized and is like fully vibe coded and we can release it. I was hoping today, but we are still running. I'm running into some issues, so we'll get it hopefully out early next week.
Hi, my name is Cole Smalley, and I'm a constituent. I'm calling to urge Senator Cornyn to oppose the Screen Act. As someone who values both parental rights and limited government, I'm concerned this legislation would create unnecessary federal overreach. I love how it's personalizing to the representative because who I might barely know who my representative is, let alone what their priorities and what their kind of platform is, but being able to personalize the scripts and the emails for each one, I love it. Parents, not Washington bureaucrats, should decide what's appropriate for their children online. The Screen Act would impose one size fits all restrictions that don't account for individual family values and circumstances. I know Senator Cornyn has consistently championed conservative principles of minimal government interference in our daily lives. I'm asking him to stay true to those principles and vote against this bill that would expand federal control over private technology choices and undermine parental authority. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never
Yeah.
have known to say, like, to take that angle.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'll be reaching out to some people to test it, get some feedback, and then ideally, yeah, launching right away.
Hell yeah. Just another based production from the Politics Network. Continue to call. Okay, cool. And it gives me, yep, it gave me both of their numbers.
Yeah, if you go next, eventually, yeah, can call, go back to Farcaster, just read the script verbatim, and then hang
Yeah.
up. And so this is what we're trying to build. If you like what we're doing, if you want to like reduce barriers to civic participation, if you want to have a political space that we are not banging people, where
Yeah.
we're able to have good discussions, we're trying to build that. I mean, it's a slow mission and what we're rolling out, but I'm excited about this. I've been wanting to build something like this for a while, and now that we can just vibe code,
Yeah. Did you know
we're
you
gonna be
could
making crazy
vibe
things.
code on retake now? They're doing all of this builder pushing on there, and that's why I was thinking like, man, should have done this live.
No, this watching me do this live would be comical.
That's
Um,
what would be
but I know
such good content.
I know we're over time. Just want to highlight some things. So the Pixar thing happening. Please do that. We don't have that many entries. It's $100 pretty
That's
much
a big one.
unless ETH goes down a little bit. It's really simple. Throw it in, like take a video, submit it. Your odds of winning are pretty good for little work. But help us get some more videos just to get the ball going. Um, Outside of that, I know I want to talk. I haven't brought this up to you, Dejan, but I'm hoping that we can hire someone to help us do some kind of clips of this video, of these videos that we're doing, so we can do outreach outside of just Farcaster. If that is of interest to you, we don't have that much in the bank, but we always love compensating people for their time, except for the two of us, because we've been working without any profit for a
It'll
while.
come one day,
Um,
right? One day.
Yeah, and then and then we for the people that are live, we will track you down and send you some politics tokens. It's going to be a little bit less because we're not getting tons of buys on our token right now and or sells, which is a good
Yeah,
thing, but just means that the LP fees that we're giving away are a little bit less.
that's okay. We go at the pace that the token dictates. We're not. Everyone wants to burn through all their funds and all their treasury as the chart liquidates itself. But no, we're just doing this as a fun communal project. It grows or it dies, but we'll keep producing stuff for it. Cool new vibe
Yep.
coded
So
apps, cool new shows, cool new bounties and contests. We need some meme contests going.
get that going. That's out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining. We will be back next week. We'll announce the picks or didn't it happen winner on the show. Hopefully, it's one of you all who turned in.
Cut yourself $20 out of the fees, bro. We won't say anything. Put it all on Clanker. Maybe you'll get paid.
Yeah, eventually.
Uh, All right, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for scumming around to another episode of The Politics Show. We will see you next week and definitely be casting into Politics channel. Get 2 times the points for doing it from Cura. Hopefully they're still alive and around. Maybe the Nanar acquisition will rally a lot more of the builders to get more lively around here. And definitely check out our Empire Builder Politics token. We've got a leaderboard, we got boosters. Climb the
Yeah, and
ranks.
we'll be doing more airdrops. We're
Yeah.
slowly building this out and getting everything under our feet. So I at least can say that we are committed. I have been trying to stop doing this and have thought many times of sending DJing my res- resigning email, but it's not going to happen. We're here for the
I have
long
to
haul.
talk them off the ledge every week,
Yeah.
guys. Please, please help support us. Keep this
Yeah.
going. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be tagging you in the recording cast because that's what GM Farcaster does, and I like it. I like getting tagged and cast for my participation. So if I don't get your Farcaster username, definitely tag me and complain and whine all you want about it. I don't want to miss you. Until next week, bye bye.